specifically I can watch or read in Cup of Joe balancing program that can help me balance daily and release any fear-based energies?
Yes. So the first, literally the beginning, is like your dedication to soul. That one you listen, and we have clients that are shifting and they literally listen to that like all the time. Like they're like, oh, I didn't hear it in the morning. Let me hear it in the evening. Let me hear it in the middle of the day. That one will tap you right back into love. Like the fear-based energy is always out of you aligning. And so when you can listen to always be brought back to the energy of love, releasing any fear of mind, it will put you in that place. And then also we made a meditation for you guys recently. One of your soul fam had a request. That one is going to help you release fear-based energies as well. But to keep it simple, fear-based energy is just mind. Keep it simple. Let's keep it really, really, really simple. How can I release more mind energy? Well, I'm not mind, I'm soul. I'm going to be present and I'm going to align into the amazing now moment that I'm in. And when you're doing that, you're shifting. It's the same shift. You're shifting from fear-based energy to love energy. You're also shifting from mind energy to soul energy. So they're all just words, right? Words can only get us so far. The language can only get us so far when we're explaining the energy of soul. But the energy of soul is you, which is presence, which is love. And so you can feel into that. So when you're listening to the declaration of soul in your balancing program every morning, feel into the release of mind, feel into the release of fear-based energy. And there's meditations in that balancing program as well. Feel into really, even the meditation here for the cafe, feel into the meditation and ask soul, what's left to be released? What fears are holding you from being 100% aligned with the soul that you are? And mind energies will be revealed. Like you'll be deep in meditation and out of nowhere you're crying and you're like, whoa, I had all this like abandonment issues that I didn't even know I had. Or, whoa, I had all these things about like showing me that I'm being forgotten. It's all mind, but we don't watch it enough that sometimes we have to sit with it through the lens of soul and watch each one. And when you do that, you're releasing the fear-based energy. Fear-based energy is anything below neutrality. So it's going to be those anger, jealousy, any of the lower energy. That's the fear-based energy. When you are present, and I want you to try it with me right now, feel your fingers. I know I say this a lot. Feel your fingers. Breathe in the now. You cannot be in fear-based energies at the same time as you are in soul love energy. If I touch my fingers right now, what's the mind saying? It has nothing to say. Literally, it just stops. Because you cannot be in soul and mind at the same time. You have to either be present or you're in past or future. When you're present, you're in soul. When you're present, you are aligned with pure energy of love. Fear-based energies can exist in the now when you are present. The fear-based energies are created through mind, the stories, the energies that are stuck inside that has to be released. What do you think, love?
Yeah. Anything you could do to watch. You're watching the mind, you're watching the ears. And Joanne, what you pointed out about the balancing program is right on. That's what I would have recommended as well. Now, aside from that, in the terms of just practicing presence, literally presence is the answer to get yourself out of mind. And sometimes it takes 15 minutes. Sometimes it takes 20 minutes. It is an intentional, almost like you've heard the expression talking yourself off a cliff, or, talk me off this ledge, right? Literally, you are talking the mind off a ledge and bringing it back to soul when you're in fear-based energies. You have to be able to, and I did this the other day. I'm not even joking. For some reason, I had what Joanne would say, these childhood repressed things coming up, and they were really bombarding me, and I wasn't even aware of what was going on. And suddenly it's like, I'm crying, I'm in mind, I have this stuff that needed to be released. And it took me about 20 minutes of watching and going over and over and over again. I am not these emotions. I am soul. I am not these emotions. I am soul. These are not me. What do I need to release? And it was a 20-minute talk within myself. And soon, little by little, I started raising my vibration up. And that's what it is. You're not going to go from low fear, which is what I was in. I was in fear mode. You're not going to go from fear mode to Satori, right? That's not how this works. You're going to go from fear mode into, maybe resentment, or maybe anger, or you're working your way up. So little by little, I finally got to a place where I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm in neutral. I was not high vibing by any means, but I was not in the place of full-blown fear mode anymore. I had cried. I let it out. I released, and I worked my way slowly up the scale into a place of neutrality. And once I was in neutrality, I was grateful. I had so much gratitude for that transition, because so often we then just want to harp on, why did I even get there in the first place? No, I'm so grateful that I can work my way out of those lower depths, because let's get real. When we are in this journey, we're often working through these emotions alone. We can't go and vent to a friend or a parent, anybody else anymore, because what does that do? It keeps us in the lower scale. So we really need to figure out how to work through this individually. And that's why being able to get to that place of neutrality was like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you that you went through something like that alone, and you were able to get your head back into a place where you're neutral, where you're now the observer again. You're not super high flying, but you're the observer again. And that's really all that matters. And I was able to do that. And that's what balancing is. It's being able to talk the mind off the ledge of the fears and get yourself back into a place where you could become the observer. And it's not usually, when you're in that place of fear, it's not a 2-minute thing. It takes a little while. And depending on how big of the energy that needs to be released, right? How deep rooted it is, it takes a little while.
Sometimes we don't even know we're in it, when you're so immersed in it. Because when you're crying, that means that fear-based energy is already within you. Like it's inside you now, and you're immersed and enmeshed in it, where you can't entangle yourself out of it. And it's just like fear, and no one can talk you out of it. You're just gonna have to, like Elizabeth said, it's almost like we're forgetting to stay conscious. We're forgetting that we are conscious through all of it. And when it's happening to you, you're not able to entangle yourself through it quickly enough sometimes. And that's okay too, because when you do get out of it, even if it took 20 minutes, even if it took yesterday, it was so weird. I needed 2 hours. I was meditating, and then I needed to sleep for 2 hours. I knew that there were energies that were being worked through me, but I didn't know at the moment. I was just like, I need to woozah and I need to go take a nap. We don't know sometimes when we're in it until we got out of it, and we're like, whoa. But those are the things that's shifting you, my love. Those are the things that's getting you deeper. Those moments when you have to kind of work through the fear-based energy, release those tough energy stuck inside you from when you were younger, from the wounds that are so deep rooted that we can't talk about it with friends, we can't talk about it with family, we can't talk about it with our person, definitely can't talk about it. They're so asleep in this that it's all just in you. This is all you, and that's what makes the journey even harder because it feels like you're going crazy. And that's how you get through it, is knowing you are not it. You're not the mind. You're not the anger. You're not the pain. You're not the jealousy. All the way to when you can snap out of it, even if you needed to wooza and cry it out or take a 2 hour nap like I did, come back to soul, come back to presence, have the moment in front of you and realize, okay, okay. I'm going to be with all of it. Whatever is in front of me, I'm going to allow it to be released through me. This is that inner work, my love. You're all, it's funny, me and Elizabeth are always saying it, but you're working through your inner Buddha, like the spiritual badass inner work that you're all doing. You are getting deep, deep, deep in soul, my love. And to get deep, deep, deep in soul, you got to release what isn't soul. What isn't soul is that fear, the limitations, the things that says you're not good enough, the things that are all focused on the external as opposed to what is already perfect now, which is you, which is all within. We love you guys.